RBB Morning Show, the coach, mentor, marketing, and social media strategist you need each and every morning. RBB, a live morning talk show that gives you the ability to get the coach you need, strategist you wish you could afford, social media manager and strategist, marketing strategist, project manager, certified OBM, VA, business startup strategist, profit strategist, web strategist, email funnel strategist, sales page strategist, PR strategist, time management, mindset, and overall business development strategist. We answer it all. With over 25 years of business experience, both in corporate and small business worlds, we really can answer it all.
Happy 31st,
yes,
everybody.
It is Wednesday.
Today is Wednesday. I don't have my watch on yet. I don't even, oh, there it is. I set it down and then I hope everybody's having a good day. And yes, I got my hair cut. So before anybody asks, yes, it's cut, because people ask that question and I'm like,
it's several inches shorter than it was. So
like it was down here. It's now up here.
One would deduce that you cut it.
Yeah. Somebody actually asked me that last night. And my IG story was short hair, don't care. And they still ask me, did you get your hair cut? Seriously, people? It's one of those. Did you just ask me that? I don't get it. So today we're talking about planning. So you are going to, thank you, Sandra.
Hey, morning, Sandra.
We're going to plan today. We're going to plan for August today. So we plan very differently. Gina is planning the operation side of the business, and I always plan the marketing and the sales business development stuff for the business. So basically, I tell Gina what we're doing, and she's like, oh, now I got to figure out how to make this work.
So Danielle goes first. I do have some plans for overhauling our company. There are some things that are already on the docket for both of us to do content-wise, but they'll take a minute. So
the first thing that's going to happen is I am getting a new website, as in me personally. The Rockstar CEO is getting a website. I haven't had my own branded website in, about almost a year.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah,
it's been almost a year. Not quite. Maybe 9 months.
Back in November, we pulled down the Minion Queen and all of that.
Well, it was all attached to Be Boss Girl at that point. So yeah, it's been about 9 months since I've had a branded website. And it's honestly been over a year since I did anything with whatever I had up. So that's going to be being developed and worked on not this weekend, early next week. And that is going to be started and up because I've been talking about writing a book. And yesterday I had something pretty amazing happen.
Big deal happen.
A very big deal. I'm not going to share until I have contracts and sign things, because until things are in my hand, I don't always, I'm cynical. But the book I was writing is now going on the back burner. I was writing a social media book for all y'all, and I'm about 3 chapters in, but that's going to wait because I am going to be writing something else. And I'm excited to get started. I'm going to be writing the outline for that. Wait, I need to write all these down. Sandra is my accountability VA. Oh, yes, it is Sandra's job to write all of this down. Sandra is my accountability VA. So she is the one to make sure I stay on track and I reach all of my goals. Gina and I do that for each other, but it's really good day to day. I need Sandra to make sure that my ADHD brain is actually like staying on track.
And then also, speaking of books, basically, Be Boss Girl is going to be churning out a number of books. So while Danielle does the social media, the marketing, the mindset, all of that, I come in with the routines, the operations, the time management. So Danielle and I, even before she got this news, we were talking yesterday about the books that I should write, and then the one that we will do jointly, which will be
profit mapping.
We're
going to teach you all how to profit map, how we have profit mapped our business, how we profit map our clients' businesses, do the launching and all of those things that come with mapping a proper profit strategy for a business. Unlike most small businesses who just fly by the seat of their pants and are always flying by the seat of their pants and are always striving for the next thing, we teach businesses how to profit map and really make money. Actually make money.
Yeah, so we have quite the list that we'll have to sit down and prioritize which ones will come first. This big one that Danielle is doing will come first for her. Her and I will decide whatever one comes first for me. So we'll have a library for you guys by the time it's all said and done.
We're really excited. So our personal brands have to get established and be out there on the internet, YouTube channels, all kinds of things. And all of those things need to happen starting this coming month in August.
Yep. I started vlogging last month. I actually have 2 daily vlogs that I did, and then it hit the fan and everything paused. So, but I was doing really good. That's what this stack of books is you see right here. That was me trying to get my tripod taller.
This is what happens when you have little tripods for your desk.
Yeah, we have baby tripods. And so
I actually have a very large one now that clamps to the side of my desk. So I will be using that. It's actually meant for my iPad, but my phone fits in it too. So it works.
It works.
So writing a book is the first thing. So I have many stages that I have to go through. First, I have to write an outline for the book itself. Then I need to write a chapter by chapter outline. And then I have to write a manuscript for the book. And yes, that's very, very different than writing the book. Yes, Gina needs new equipment. This is very, very true.
Equipment. But first thing, I'm not buying a tripod, nothing, camera, nothing else till I get a chair that's fit for me and not permanent roommate.
Yes, Gina does need a new chair. That is very true. Very, very, very true.
Nothing else.
So that is my first process, is going through that book writing starting process. And I actually, Gina and I had to have the conversation yesterday. This is what happened yesterday afternoon is so important that I am going to actually be stepping away from the business for a couple hours every day and totally hiding. And yes, Sandra, I'm going to be hiding, shutting everything off, not even sitting at this desk to do it. I have a beautiful writing desk. And I will be setting up my laptop that does not have email on it or Slack on it or Facebook even installed or nothing. And I will be writing. And that is, I'm going to have to spend about 2 hours a day doing that starting today, which is a little bit of a disaster in our still cleanup process. So
yeah, we're not done with some really important stuff. So not quite sure how we're going to pull that off.
I have one website. I will believe it when I see it. I knew Sandra. I have to, Sandra. And there is a Gina and a Sandra that have to keep me to it, because this is the opportunity that I have been given because of this morning show is amazing. And I need to make sure that I take advantage of it. And I'm super excited. And I have many reasons why I'm super excited. Now, I will share once I get past the manuscript stage, you will start seeing vlogs from me and blog posts from me and social media posts and information as I go through this process. I will start doing some of that now so that you will have that, but I can't share it until I'm past my manuscript.
Yeah, we have to go through. There's a process that we have to go through. So, it's a big deal.
There's a lot of exciting things happening, and it's super important to our business. And we're cleaning up. One website is done. We have a couple course things that we have to clean up for one of the disasters that we've had. And I hired somebody yesterday that has been amazing to us in the past. And she is cleaning up that course content and getting that situated for us with this client. We have the other website that I just need to make a couple more tweaks on today. And it's done.
It's done.
That is 2 disasters completely out of the way. Now I have to play catch up from them. I have 2 clients that because we've been waiting for these websites to be done, their Pinterest accounts have not been established. So, Allison and I are diving in hardcore to Pinterest to get those started and caught up, in Twitter accounts and Instagram accounts and all kinds of things, getting caught up and getting back on a routine for our clients with that. And then I have another client that needs Pinterest done. So I'm going to get her Pinterest done today. I just need to set up all the boards for her and stuff. She is doing all of the pinning. And then we are past this disaster.
We're past it, and we're on to, we can talk about something else. Because now, Because now, because of this, like, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys, this disaster, while it has been a pain, and we actually got a very ballsy email from this person yesterday, and they got one right back from me. We've learned so much. And to be honest, something that Danielle and I have been working on doing all this summer is redirecting and pivoting and adjusting our company to be what we want it to be. And this epic disaster has revealed to us some very large gaps that will allow us to overhaul our company and implement the changes in less than 2 weeks, because they're easy but not easy fixes to make, but they're really important to give us the company that we want, because it basically what happened, Danielle and I just recreated the same mess without even realizing we were doing it.
Yep. And
without even realizing we were doing it. And it's because it was what we were used to and felt comfortable with. And now we see, so now Danielle and I are going to have to get out of our comfort zones in the month of August to get what we want, because we have really big opportunities that are in front of us. And with the direction our company is going, we can't build the thing and work in it at the same time. We have to decide, are we the executives or are we the worker bees? And that was a really hard decision and a really hard realization and to come to. And of course, naturally, it dawns on me, and I'm the one that says it out loud. So that's not fun to always be that person. But
that's Gina's job to be that person.
It is my job. It is my job to be the jerk sometimes.
And we, like I said, we've learned some really valuable lessons, and I'm hoping that we're passing them on to you. And part of what's coming out of this is something you're going to be seeing from us over the next year, and it is going to take us a while, is some ways for you to be able to check and make sure you're hiring somebody that is going to be good, quality, not just good at what they do, but a quality business person, a quality communicator, and someone who has integrity. And that is, I mean, we look like we have no integrity to 2 clients at this point, 3 clients at this point, because of everything that's happened. Our integrity, and absolutely it should come into question. I'm not arguing that in the least bit, because
no, not at all, because of how it is.
Ultimately, it's all our fault. And I hate that. That is not how I operate. That is, my IT customers that I worked with for years will say that absolutely, that absolutely couldn't be you. I mean, I was talking to somebody who has been my mentor for years, talking to him about all that's happened. And he's like, well, I don't believe that you are at fault for this, because your integrity is, I've never met anybody. And I'm like, well, thank you very much. But it is in question because I did not step up on this. And I allowed this to happen. So this person that caused all of our issues, it is only 50% her.
Even though she refuses to even accept that 50%.
And we are also very much at fault, because when she didn't deliver the first time, we should have fired her butt and hired somebody else. We should have
fired her immediately.
We should have gotten a refund immediately, and fired
Not
her.
continue to bring work to her. But we were trying to give her grace, because she was going through quite the ish storm in her personal life, and that can mess you up professionally, but it doesn't get to drag on for a month and a half.
So we there's definitely fault on both sides. We've learned some lessons. We have also learned that there are very, very few contractors that we will accept and work with any longer, because this is not the first time this has happened. This is the first time it's been a huge disaster.
This is the first time it's been this bad at this level, but this is not the first time we've had an issue with contractors, but it's always in a very specific arena. So I don't know what those folks are out there doing, but so it's weird.
So because of that, we've learned a lot of lessons, and part of our August is going to be putting things in place, because as we grow, if something like this would have happened when we were in the 10 to 20 clients at a time area, we would have,
There would have been no
have
fixing
been,
it.
we would not have been able to recover. So there are things that we're going to be putting in place. We offer subscription-based social media services. Up until now, we have allowed people lots of custom packages and the smaller pricing packages. As of tomorrow, immediately, if you want a custom package, it will be a 3-month contract and a minimum of $1,200 a month. And that's just for social media. We offer consulting and things like that. And our consulting price is doubling as of August 1st. We will no longer only be, well, actually it's more than doubling. We will no longer be charging $100 or the $200 an hour that we charge. No, I guess we're doubling it. We're charging $250 right now. We're going to be charging $500 an hour minimum 2 hours. We are no longer going to bring ourselves to the point of frustration doing a lot of piddly things. Gina and I basically need to be running the business and hiring staff to absolutely do all of the things that need to be done for our clients, hiring very high quality staff. We're going to be looking for an OBM, which we have our eyes on like 2 at this point. We're going to be bringing Sandra in for more work, bringing Allison in for more hours, and possibly 1 or 2 others as employees over the next 6 months. We are going to, on the website, if you want to buy subscription services for us, there will be videos, there will be FAQs, there will be forms that you can fill out and get questions answered via email. But to get to talk to me,
you have to apply.
2 hours, minimum of 2 hours. And there will be a deposit at a $50 charge to talk to me for 15 minutes. And yes, that sounds pompous, but you want to know what? I have 25 years of experience and I deserve it. And I have not been allowing myself to deserve that.
And the big lesson in this is, you guys, from an operational standpoint, it is impossible to run your company well when the client is dictating everything. They're dictating everything. They're dictating your pricing. They're dictating your time. They're dictating delivery. They're dictating everything. And that's not the way that it goes. And I'm sorry for you guys that may have been considering working with us, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you, yes, you're the client, and yes, you're paying us, and you're paying us for a service. But you don't get to come in and tell us how to run our business. You don't get to tell us what we can charge. You don't get to do any of that. We have policies and procedures, and that's just the way that it goes. You don't walk into Walmart and tell them, I'm sorry, this apple costs too much. I'm not paying it. You need to bring it down to blah, blah, blah. Well, no, I'm not going to go through that line. You need to check me out right here over by the shoes. So, or you wouldn't walk into the Apple store and do that. You wouldn't walk into anywhere and do that. So you need to quit treating the people that you approach to do service for you like they owe you something, because they don't.
Nobody owes you anything.
Nobody owes you anything. And then not only that, but nobody needs your business that bad is the other thing that you really need to think about. Nobody needs your business that bad. And they might actually need your business that bad, but they are not so desperate that they are going to basically sell their soul to the devil to work with you. And that's essentially the attitude that you're bringing. So check yourself also if that's the attitude that you have when you go to work with somebody. But seriously, think of that. Like, if you want somebody to come in and do a service for you, then you need to respect the boundaries and the policies that they've put in place at their company. There have been people that we have not worked with. We've rescinded contracts before because they would not adhere to one of our policies, or they were trying to dictate how our packages worked.
So we had somebody who I allowed, very recently, who I allowed to take $100 off the service. And then she got very upset when she had to sign a 3-month contract. And now she won't work with us. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Then we aren't a good fit. And
not a good fit, and that's okay.
That's perfectly fine. I'm not offended.
No, not at all.
I believe she wants me to be offended that she won't work with me. And I honestly say, okay, good. Go find somebody you do want to work with.
Yeah, please.
And Well, I need somebody quality. Well, then if you want,
you have to pay for quality. If you want quality, you have to pay. If you want quality, you guys, you have to pay for it. So again, let's go back to the Apple thing. Let's just go back to the Apple thing. When you buy a Mac, when you buy an iPad, when you buy an iPhone, you know that you're getting a quality piece of equipment that's going to last a very long time. My 8 Plus is almost 2 years old and still works like the day I took it out of the box. So my iMac, now that I have babied it and cleaned it up, is a 2015. Still works like the day I brought it home. Apple products last, and you know that when you're going to buy them. Now then we have an Android. You know that you can walk in and buy one off the shelf at Walmart and it's for $50 and it's going to break in 6 months and you're going to have to buy a new one.
So I am a disaster when it comes to my phone.
Look, Danielle is a disaster when it comes to technology. She will kill a computer in like a lock. She has locked one up in 5 minutes, and I can say that because I timed her.
5 minutes is actually pretty good. It's a long time for me. So my phone gets dropped at least 10 times a day. Yes, I have a good case on it, but my phone gets dropped at least 10 times a day. I have yet to have to replace the screen or do anything. My brother-in-law had a nicer Android. He spent $150 on it. Had it for 2 minutes. My niece dropped it on the floor, broke it, and he couldn't get it fixed because it was too cheap of a phone. They don't actually fix them. When you want quality, you pay for it, and we all know that. If you don't go to Walmart, you don't go to Louis Vuitton expecting to pay Walmart prices to get a quality shoes, purse, whatever it is you want to buy, you know that that's not going to work. You go into Michael Kors knowing your minimum price you're going to pay for anything is $100 minimum, and that's on clearance.
Yeah,
because that is quality. Now, knowing that you need to invest in your business is also part of that, and that's back to the planning. You have to plan to get to the point where you want to do that. So Gina and I have not done any planning today.
No, we have not. We've been giving you our lessons learned for the month of July, which is equally as valuable.
So we have learned a lot of lessons. So our August planning. So we are going to be revamping all of our processes and procedures, all of them. There isn't one that's going to not get gone through.
And all of them is going to be done with Danielle and I aren't talking to anybody in mind. That's a major process overhaul.
Yeah.
Major.
And I had a conversation with a business owner yesterday. She has to do a review for an employee. And she's like, well, I need to give her a form so she can review me. And she's going through I need to know what she thinks of me. And I'm like, no, you don't. You're the boss. We don't care what she thinks. In every argument she had, you the boss. Well, when I was in corporate, I would get a review and then I would have to review my manager. I said, you just said the keyword manager, not the boss.
Not the owner. You weren't reviewing the owner of the company. You were reviewing your manager.
You the boss. When you are the boss, we don't care what anybody else thinks. Do we, as business owners, want to have compassion for our employees and take those things into account? Yes, but I love Sandra. I love Allison, but I don't actually care what they think when it comes to running my business. And I can't. The problem is Gina and we have allowed that. And we allowed the situation with our contractor, and we've allowed it to happen in the past with other contractors.
And you know what? They're making it fun for me to send sassy emails. They've got to stop because I'm starting to enjoy it.
But you have to keep in mind when you own your business, it is you. You do not care what your clients think. You do not care what your employees think. You do not care what your contractors think about how you run your business. Yep. You are the boss.
And I'm going to say this in the most plain terms. And Evelyn, earmuffs.
Evelyn, okay. I've already told my sister that today is not a good day for Evelyn to listen.
Okay, good. So Evelyn will not be watching this?
No.
Okay, good. Your give a shit needs to be busted, y'all. It needs to be busted because this is your company. And like Tina Fey says, bitches get stuff done. So the second a woman has a backbone, she's considered a bitch. So, all right, wear it with pride. I want a t-shirt that says it on it. Like seriously, because I know that yesterday I was called one with the email that I responded with, which I'm sorry, it was a violation of an NDA, and how dare you send me that? But you have to be. And as women, we always end up wanting to be emotional. Most of us are mothers. I'm not yet, but most of us are mothers. And mothers, especially moms want to fix everything. They're like, here, come here, baby. Let me feed you. Let me just hug you. It's all going to be all right. And that tends to bleed into business. And unfortunately, we can't do that. You need to compartmentalize those emotions and get out there and get stuff done.
Business has there is no place for emotions in your business. Your business needs to be, and Gina, and I know this, Gina and I talk about this all the time, but yet we did it again.
We did it again.
Women, it is something that we have to protect ourselves again. So Gina and I are going to be putting processes and procedures in place to protect ourselves.
It's mainly to protect ourselves from doing stupid stuff again. But like the thing having a backbone sometimes really sucks, you guys. Like, when you're sitting there and you're like having to fight back, in the back of your mind, you're like, oh Lord, this is not good. I don't want to do this. And I cannot believe I'm having to.
And Gina and I will admit something that we failed at in this whole process is Gina and I allowed ourselves to get very, very upset and angry about all of this. And in anger, it was definitely well placed, but
somebody in the yard.
No. There could be somebody behind me. Why? You see somebody?
No, I saw you looking out the window.
It's just the dog, next door neighbor dog is out there.
Okay. You never know. Somebody's always rolling up on Danielle. You never know.
Good morning, Brenda.
Good morning, Brenda Lee.
So knowing when your anger is justified and when it should just be put away because it doesn't belong in your business. Yep. And Gina and I spent way too many sleepless nights over the last 2.5 weeks over all of this. And you know what? There's no place for that. There is no reason that should have happened. And that is on Gina and I. That part 100%. Is on Gina and I.
And I think it's because there was so much that we were angry at them. We were angry at the situation, and we were angry at ourselves. There was so much that was happening and then, it's almost like we were pissed at each other a little bit. It's like, why didn't you speak up? Well, why didn't you speak up? So it's like, it was one of those where it's justified and you can't help it. But Danielle and I have Italian blood. So what happens when that happens is it's like, okay, the anger just takes hold and it just hangs out there. You can't help it. But Danielle is right. We shouldn't have allowed the anger to continue to boil over, but it was hard because every time we thought we were getting over it and getting somewhere, we'd find something else. And then we'd find something else, and we'd find something else, and we'd find something else. And
so we got very frustrated. So we are going to protect ourselves from that happening again. We're going to create processes and procedures that keep us in line so that we don't allow that to happen. And that's going to be super important for us going forward as we grow, as we continue to grow. And ladies, we've released our Pixie Kit. I have done because of all of this disaster, I've done no marketing behind the Pixie Kit. Let me tell you, I know that is viable. And I am convinced in the next 60 days, I can sell 500 subscriptions to that. That is my goal, is to sell 500 subscriptions. And I am going to be working on that.
She will do it. And the thing is you guys, we also, something else that's going to happen is there's going to be a one strike policy. Not for employees, but if there's a contractor or anybody that comes in or does something, one strike.
Now we have no room to be compassionate any longer.
We have no room.
Period.
So just know we expect excellence. There's a level of excellence and a standard that's here, and it will be upheld. It will be upheld.
Absolutely.
And also Danielle and I are firing ourselves from some of the positions that we've been doing.
We have to, because I can't keep working the way I've been working. It's not good for my health. I mean, it's not good for anybody's health, but I have very fragile health, and I have to be careful. And
which, just so you guys know, that was another reason why I got so mad, is because we had gotten Danielle to a really good place. And now it's going to take us at least 2 months to recover.
So
I'm mad.
Take that into account. Sandra wants a list of what we're firing ourselves from. Oh, yeah, Sandra, you'll know because you're going to get some of it.
Yeah, you're going to get some of it, Sandra. But, okay, so here's the thing, Sandra. I'm going to tell you something that I'm very scared of. Danielle and I know for a fact that if we were to step out of line, you have zero problem driving to either one of our houses. And I know I'm a little further away, but I am actually afraid you would roll up on me.
I'm pretty convinced.
Yeah, like I'm afraid she would roll up on me, and she's probably over there cackling right now because I really am scared of that. I'm scared. And that's when you know you've got a good team member.
Absolutely.
That's got your back. That's when you know.
Oh, she might be
flying
for
Lord,
free.
She now
she drives. If she can fly for free, you're really
I'm screwed. But that's when you know you've got somebody that's got your back, and they're a good team member, and there's somebody that you want around.
So tomorrow we will actually talk about planning.
We will tell you guys our plan tomorrow because we've got to sit down and really work it out.
Next week we're going to actually talk about different positions that you may need to hire in your company and what you need to look for and things that you need to be careful of. We're going to talk about web design, graphic design, social media managers, OBMs, all of that. Next week, each day, we're going to tackle a new position that you could be looking to hire for your business and what to look out for. Because I think it's super important. There's so many things, graphic designers, you could get taken advantage of. So web design is the biggest one that I see the biggest issue with all the time.
That's the one that we've had the biggest problem with is web design, and I don't know why.
I don't understand, but we have every single one of our clients that we currently have, every single one that we have ever done web design for. And I have in the last year and a half, 2 years, I've done over 100 websites with a client. I don't do them myself. I hire that out. Over 100, every single one of them has come away from being swindled by a graphic or web designer. Every single one of them.
You guys are writing code in to make sure people can't use these things and have to come back and pay you. Like,
not using licensed software because without telling the client that that's the thing. So we're going to go through a whole list of and graphic designers who also steal
other designs. I mean, yes, it's disgusting. So we're going to actually give you a list of things to look out for and questions to ask.
I want you to be prepared and know how to hire somebody properly. This is something that's very important to me because of our recent disaster, but because I talk to so many women who have been taken advantage of by VAs, bookkeepers. The woman I talked about last week who lost everything in her bank account because she gave access to a bookkeeper. The bookkeeper cleared her out. She lost her home. So
this is not a game, you guys, and I still can't figure out why y'all are treating it like one. That's the part that blows my mind.
Yeah, tomorrow Sandra will be on live with us.
Yes, tomorrow Sandra will wrangle the cats here.
Yes. But I think every conversation we've had lately, we've gotten a lot of compliments and being so transparent with all of y'all. And oh my gosh, I've been talking to Gina too long. And really sharing the struggles that we're going through with owning a business and growing an agency.
Yeah, we want you to see. We want you to see. We want you to be a part of it. We want you to be a part of our journey. But we want you to see that it's not rainbows and unicorn farts over here.
It's not all Instagram worthy, let me tell you.
No.
So you all have an amazing day. Remember to rise, become, and be. And today, I have something I wanted to share with you, and I'm looking it up right now. Hold on one second. I've got so many things open on my desktop again. I have to shut things down when we get done, Gina. Make me shut things down because I got too many things open.
Do you need to restart your computer? Have you done it already?
I did it already this morning, but So today is National Mutt Day. I want to see pictures of your puppies. Please share your pictures over in the B-Box Girl group. Share pictures of your puppies. I want to see them. Gina and I will also share pictures because I've got super cute puppy. And we will talk to you later. Have a great one, everybody.
RBB Morning Show, the coach, mentor, marketing, and social media strategist you need each and every morning.